Johanna, can you give us a mic check? It sounds a little low.
Oh, interesting. Well, is this better?
Oh, yes. Thank you very much.
Oh, weird. I have my headphones on. All right. Perfect. All right. Guess we're Kimberly, are you gonna start the recording or shall I?
Johanna, if you can get 25% more volume on your mic, that would be great.
I'm not sure what's going on then.
You can tap on her bubble, everyone, and turn her up if you'd like. And you can turn me down if I end up coming through too loud.
I'm going to pop out and then come back in again, see if it works better, all right?
You're already better.
Yeah.
Already better?
Yep. Let me start the recording. Here we go. Trust minutes. Let's see here. Let's start the recording.
All right. Well, welcome to Recouper's Call, April 5th, 2025. This is Johanna, one of the admins in the Texas group, and I'll be your host today. I am so excited everybody's here. Looking forward to hearing everybody's stories and gratitudes. We are hopefully all having a lovely Saturday morning and going to have a great call. All right, so with that, I am just making sure that I'm going to have a little touch base with Jeremy, our fearless leader. He can come on and say hi, and then we'll have Kimmery, and she'll join us in prayer and welcome everybody. Jeremy, are you available?
Yep, I'm here. I might cut out those. I'm driving, but yeah, welcome to another Recoupers. The information has been flowing in over the past couple of weeks, so it should be an exciting call. But we have some amazing folks hosting today. Kimmery, as always. Dr. Heather couldn't be here this week. She's busy with life. And then Days, he's still missing. He's got other obligations, but we've got this. And yeah, I mean, I don't really know how to put it into words. I'm still a little flabbergasted because we're getting close. We're getting close to what we're wanting to start, but we just need a little bit further. All right, so y'all enjoyed this Saturday. Thank y'all for being here. I yield.
Thank you, Jeremy, again. Just hats off to you all and salute to all of you who've been helping in the tents. Everybody's been helping be guardians over the tents and supporting all the leaders of the tents. And it looks like we're going to be popping up a brand new Illinois tent. And we'll be creating that new Illinois Study Buddy tent and adding it to our approved Study Buddy list. Let's see. And I wanted to see if our fearless prayer warrior, Madonna, could open us up with a very beautiful prayer. She's been really hard at it this week. And I opened up your mic, Madonna. If you'd like to start us off, that would be beautiful.
Thank you so much, Kimmery. What an honor and a privilege it is to be here. Dear Heavenly Father, I lift up all of my friends and family in this group to you today. Whoever is struggling, I just ask that you provide them with the strength that they need. Surround them with your love and peace, and remind them that they're never alone. Father God, anybody that is in pain, I just ask that you heal them with your loving touch and give them strength to endure the season. And Lord, I just ask that everyone have the faith and the trust and believe that this is not a mistake, that you are guiding us and to the promised land, because your promises are always kept. And we love you, Lord, so much. So I give this time to you and we welcome you. And thank you so much for all of your grace and your mercy. In your precious name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Beautiful. I'd like to introduce James up front and center today. He has been tirelessly working and adminning in many tents. And I'd like to have just James start off the call of gratitudes today so everybody can get to know James. Please, James, come on up.
Thanks, Kimmery. Man, I just want to say that I'm super grateful for Kimmery and Jeremy, and just it would take me a while to name off everybody here, but just super grateful for this journey that we've been on and the information that we've been learning, how to recoup our credits and how to set our families free, honestly. We've been seeing a lot of movement in what we've been doing with the ESs and the Vs and the As and the Bs that we've been filing. We're seeing credits hit our transcripts, and it's pretty amazing. I'm just going to keep it short and want to start clicking some mics in here. I just want to remind everybody that we'll unmute your mic. We'll have you come up to the top here, and gratitude first, and you can share a little story. This is not going to be about question and answer today. If you get into that, then we're going to step in and remind you that it's not question and answer, and we want to keep things on track. So that's about what I have to say. All right, so let's find some hands here. Who's going to be first?
I'll step in. I want to just say how grateful I am. This is Johanna. I just I had a VIP client several years ago. I was a coach, business coach, and I got a really long email from this person and saying how really tough 2024 was for her, and she's now potentially facing some really rough situations with finances, and one of her properties got damaged in the hurricane. And so I'm just so immensely grateful, because what was so wonderful was that I wasn't in pity or sadness or hopelessness to just sort of like just be there. I was like, this is so exciting. Like, there's the magic happening, right? Like, sometimes when we know that somebody's on the precipice of this incredible amount of change and they're about to step into a brand new world of understanding these financial cartels and how completely upside down this matrix has been, and we get to turn it all around and express that to somebody and share that with somebody who's feeling so completely hopeless and desperate of their situation, and all of a sudden we're able to just give them a spark of light, because obviously sometimes it takes a long time to just absorb this mess, and it's so upside down. But you have, after all this studying and knowing all these processes and listening to amazing Kimberly and all her incredible knowledge and Jeremy for this incredible space. And Dr. Heather and Days and James and all the phenomenal people that are behind the scenes and leadership that are that are that are here. It's like such a warm welcome home feeling to just go, okay, this is my friend, and I'd like to introduce you to this brand new world, this new matrix that's going to be, completely undo all the sad programming that you've had to go through. And so yeah, I'm just so excited and thrilled to be able to help people turn it all around. And yeah, it's just a phenomenal thing. So thank you for everybody to be here, showing up every Saturday, and just blessings to everybody. So excited. So yeah, looks like we've got some hands raised, James. So
Yep.
pick somebody.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing, Johanna. We're gonna call C Ray up to the mic here. Go ahead, C Ray.
Peace. Great morning. I want to give a gratitude to Jehovah for waking us up this morning. And yes, I want to give a thanks to the admins in this group. I received my 2023 and my 2024 ES and V receipts back. And and now I got a lot more reading to do, but I mean that's okay. I'm looking forward to the journey.
Did you say you got your green receipts back, C Ray?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, we're going to talk about the green receipts and how actually lucky everyone is to have received one of those later on in the chat. We're going to get into it. It's going to be amazing. And I thank you for sharing that as an acknowledgement today, because a lot of us have a treasure in our hands and we don't even really realize the value of the treasure we're holding. Okay. So we'll get into that later, but thank you for bringing that forward today, C Ray. I will definitely share with folks after we get through our gratitudes. Appreciate you, sir.
All right. Let's call up Lincoln. Lincoln, your mic's open now. Lincoln, you got to click the mic to unmute yourself. All right, we'll come back around to Lincoln here. We're gonna pull Bob Block up. All right, Bob, you're good. Go ahead. You're up on the mic. All right, seems like we're having some little bit of technical difficulties here.
There we go. Sorry, guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Okay, good. Apologize for that. Yeah, it wasn't clicking on mute. Anyway, really excited to be on the call today. We had an incredible Iris session last night with Grandma Millie and Terry and a bunch of people, and got a lot of stuff done. A lot of stuff that was on my to-do list with my CP 575, doing 1099As, and then also doing 1099A on my Kimmery, you and I talked through this, essentially a modified ESV process. and there's very few people I know that are ever going to encounter what I encountered, but I substituted the ES for a CP71A coupon. And the CP71A letter is something that you get that they send you a little love letter reminder that you owe them a sum of past due taxes, but they acknowledge in the letter that they've taken so long to collect that actually the accounts for those years are uncollectible because they're more than 10 years old. And I had I have a number of those, and I haven't been able to determine exactly what happened, exactly what I did. I did a revocation of election, like a lot of people that are on here. I did a number of other processes over the years, correcting my status and many other things. And at some point, something kicked in, and they no longer came after me other than sending me a letter every once in a while. And that happened until the 10-year collection statute period had run. And this is for a considerable sum. And so I sent that CP71A coupon with a 1040V and pulled it all forward on the most recent CP71A that I had, which was 2016, and pulled up all those credits forward. And then last night I did a 1040V for twice the amount that they were asking for all the years combined. And last night we put together a 1099A, and Grandma Millie submitted it through the Iris system. So just really, really excited about that. Can't wait to see, because otherwise I was going to put that stuff together and send it certified mail. But going through Iris, it's going to be there in a matter of days rather than in a matter of weeks. And so I'm really, really grateful for that and all the knowledge that this group is providing to so many. And I want to caution people on two things. One, people are getting their CP CP575s. They're applying for an EIN. And then I know that there are some, because I've talked to people who don't actually create a trust. They just get the CP575 in order to go out there and credit the account. And just be aware that, there's going to come a time when you're going to be doing banking with that trust. And when you go in to set up an account, whether it's, financial like a Fidelity or a Schwab or whatever, or just your, Wells Fargo or community bank, you're going to need a trust. And so just, make that mental note that you need to create it. It's not difficult. I've created thousands of trusts. It's just, it's not a very hard thing to do and wrap your arms around. And the second thing is, and this is related to what I started with, because I really don't know, I can't put my finger exactly on what it was that forced them to change the status of my IRS account to where they no longer could come after me and collect. And so I would caution everyone, because it's easy to get really excited about getting out there and getting these forms and things together. But you really need to keep track of what it is that you file and when you filed it. And, if you're doing certified mail, make a notation on those receipts. And on the green card and on the little green and white receipt that you leave the post office with, as to what exactly you filed with that, so that you can go back and look. And if even better, pick up a firm book for free from the post office, and then you can track all your mail. So I appreciate you guys, and it's a beautiful day, and I'm really excited about where we are, and I really, really am grateful for Kimmery and everybody that's involved in this. And I yield. Thank you.
Wow, excellent testimony. Really appreciate that insight. All right, we are open for gratitudes. Do you have something on your heart that you'd like to share with the group, and maybe a story of how you got here? Why you keep coming back? Just unmute or raise your hand and then we'll unmute you. Love to hear. Okay, here we have Sanya. I'm just going to unmute you. There you go. Should be open, Sanya. Thank you so much. Just push the unmute button, Sanya.
Oh,
There
I'm
you
sorry.
go.
Thank you, Johan. I'm so grateful to be here today with everyone and to see a few more numbers on the call today. I'm so grateful with just everything that's happening and just seeing with my own eyes, you know, just the manna fest of awesomeness that's been happening with, you know, our brothers and sisters in this movement. And just, it's so encouraging every day to see what's happening with, you know, people's returns, getting responses, and just sticking to it. And, you know, it's encouraging because, as we all know, going through this journey sometimes can feel isolated. But we're so blessed to be here in a space of people that are on the same mission as us and wanting to just spread this light to the world. You know, there was something I was thinking about yesterday. I think it was about just this beautiful opportunity that we've been given, this gift to be able to wrap our minds around this whole web of things. For many, you know, I'm grateful for the ones who have led led the way for many years, Kimmery and, you know, many others in the process that, you know, we've heard bits and pieces from over the years. But when finding Kimmery, it's like she just brought this light into the room of like confusion and unknowing, and we all know that, you know, God is not a God of confusion, and so that's whenever I feel like I'm in that state, I try to just stop myself, take a step back, and just, you know, do a little prayer and say, okay, God, this is in your hands. It's not of me, but it is all of you. And that all the answers are within me. The God in me will bring it forth. And it's beautiful because it's not for our own, you know, greedy, me, stuff. It's like, it's this beautiful thing that when you feel those like downloads and transmissions that are just clear, that we have the opportunity to share that with everybody here, and that it's to move everyone forth, to bring clarity to everyone. And, you know, I just truly feel that's such a blessing to be able to do, and happy to do, and, you know, trudge the way. And I think our big purpose, a lot of us here have like our kids are, you know, coming into adulthood. And sort of a fun thing, you know, my son is 18, my youngest, and he's been here hearing me for hours and hours and hours a day, seeing just my stacks of paperwork and me going back and forth to the post office and all of this stuff. And he's so patient with it all. And he doesn't say a whole lot, but he's very observant, and apparently more than I even realized. But yes, or 2 days ago, he had said, "Hey, Mom, my friend, um, he's going to be graduating this year," and he said, "Do you think you could come over and you could help him with, getting his EIN?" Like, because I did that for my two youngest ones so that I could utilize the sole proprietor and do gifting and do some stuff with theirs to get them a return, which I was able to do, but we're just waiting on that coming back. So that's super exciting. And I'm excited for that just so that I can show them that you don't have to opt into this, matrix of a system to be a slave for the rest of your life. And I've told them, you guys are so fortunate at this stage in your life that you don't have to deprogram and clear out all the bullshit that you've had to live through and survive through and overcome this and that. And I said, like we have, we had to operate in a different way. And I said, there's just a whole different way of looking at all of these things. And I said, and if we just take the time to understand this, I said, you can do this for you. And I said, and not only that, you can spread this to your friends, and help them to start leveling themselves up and not get into this debt trap that they've put many of us in. So it's exciting because, he's sharing with, his best friend, and his best friend's like interested in learning it. And I'm like, okay, we just got to tread slowly until you turn 18 and this and that. And yeah, so that's kind of some of the little things that I've been working on that I'm just super grateful for right now. But I will yield. Thank you.
Wow, 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 wow. I love that you are that you're sharing that with your kids. What a gift. That is so incredible. I love it. Uh, yeah. Wow. They won't grow up in this financial slavery. They'll be free. I love it. And you're so right. Kimmery definitely does bring the light into the dark of confusion. So oh,
Paint pictures with words, right?
all right. So if you're open to sharing and you want to
You're gonna let me in that?
grace us with your presence, yeah. So yes, excellent. I'm going to have Dora Crypto start. I'm going to open the mic. Thank you, Dora.
Lincoln is on as well next, Johanna.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah.
Good day, family. Good day, Recoupers group. Good day. Thank you for all you do, Kimmery. I appreciate. I wanted to give a shout out to Millie for last night's senior citizens group or whatever. It was awesome. We were on there like 5 hours, and it really motivated me. I just want to give thanks to Millie. She did an awesome job. And so as I was sleeping last night, I said, I'm coming in. I'm coming in as an admin and assist Millie with the senior citizens. I'll be 65 in July, and she is just the sweetest and most helpful person. But what she did in 5 hours, I can do in an hour because I type over 100 and some words a minute. So that I'm going to really reach out. I'm going to open my Iris account, and I'm going to assist the senior citizens of of everywhere. And also, I would also like to tell Kimmery that I also would like to assist in the Illinois because I am from Chirac, also known as Chicago, Illinois. I would also like to assist in the new group of the Illinois Study Group as the old one is being dismantled. So if you could chime me into that, I really would appreciate that too. So thank you for all you do, and I yield.
Thank you so much for that. And you bet we will be on top of that. Grandma Millie and I will work on that this week. And I so appreciate you helping us pop up a new Illinois tent. Thank you.
144 participants.
That's
All right,
amazing.
Lincoln.
My floor.
Yes, you got the floor.
Thank you. I would like to thank everybody for being here and express gratitude for the format of, starting with gratitude. It's the first step upward on every ladder, on every staircase, no matter how low of a spot you are. Gratitude is the first step up. I've been waiting for these things to happen since, high school. Like I didn't have to do as much deprogramming as a lot of people because I saw a lot of the bullshit for what it was, very young. And it's been, one of these blessed places. I was mentioning Madonna the other day where, it's a blessing and a curse because it was a very, very lonely place to be. But I'm super glad to be finding the networks and finding the people who are ready to make the changes, And I'm very grateful to be in a place to be able to have some time to contribute and, be a supportive role. So
Oh, I heard that, and I just tapped on you and sent you a DM. I heard that leadership. Come on. Thank you.
I'm here for it. Thank you guys. I'll yield.
Yay, we get another leader. Boop, boop. All right. I'm seeing Zambu. Open up your mic. There you go. Open.
Hello. Good afternoon, y'all. Good afternoon. Gratitude for everybody here. I just want to give thanks to waking up another excited day. It's a beautiful day every day being here. Kimmery, Jeremy, everybody. I just want to update you guys real quick. Last week, if you was on a call last week, I was mentioning that I got that love letter saying that I had to verify my identity for order them to continue the process of my return. So I did that. I got a letter called a 4883C letter to verify my identity over the phone. So there's different ones in case you guys come across it. And I basically verified over the phone, which I failed, surprisingly. So I had to make an appointment the next day. And I was able to verify in person. So what happens now is I check where's my refund, and it went from still being processed to being processed. But my transcript is still blank and indicates that my return hasn't been filed, but it's still in processing mode. So I got an indication that for it from still being processed to being processed means that it's at the finish line and I should be getting my return within 9 weeks. But most likely it'll be 2 to 3 weeks. So I'm just wanting to let y'all know that there's light at the end of the tunnel. And for all the naysayers that say that the process doesn't work, I debunk that. And I just wanted to give y'all some encouragement that let y'all know that remedies on the way. And I yield.
You're so right. Remedy is on the way. We have so many comms in the collective right now, and we together are creating this new earth. So I am so grateful for that update. Thank you so much. All right, we have Tavana. Tavana. I'm gonna unmute you. There you go. Tavana, you're up.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh, I am so excited. First, I want to give an honor to our Holy Heavenly Father. Oh my God, I am just so excited to be here. Oh, well, first I am married as well, so just want to say that when I say we, that's what I mean. And I'm so grateful. I want to say I'm grateful for life. I'm grateful for love. I am so grateful for this newfound family. Thank you all. Oh my gosh, this is so awesome. Kim Marie's putting the spiritual with the legalities. Oh, that was just so great for me. Oh, thank you, Lord. Oh my goodness. So, yeah, I s- we came upon the Kim Marie 9-hour video after some obstacles we faced dealing with other people and their information, but I kept taking it to the Father because I knew that if it's from him, nobody should be charging. So I just kept going with that and kept going, and then along with not voting this year, and then because I had asked the Father to show me, and I just waited. And like I said, I was not voting. My husband and I didn't vote. And so all of a sudden, when that all took place, because I felt like we let the Father know that we did not want to be governed anymore. We want to govern ourselves. That's when Kim Marie's 9-hour video came up on my YouTube when I finally got online, because I wait before, I get online after I pray, and then I open it up and bam, that's what be there for me. That's what my message be. And Kim Marie was right there. Oh my God, I was just so excited. I didn't know what to do but start listening. But yes, so after all that, those blessings from the Father, we started the ESMV process. We did all that paperwork from the Holly and Kia. And then we got everything done. We got now we did did the trust work and everything and got everything notarized. We did the trust online. We got the CP 575 letter back. We didn't do nothing with the ESs and Vs that, while all of this was going on. They didn't even do anything with my taxes when I filed it, the 1040. It was just sitting there. So then once we did that trust, I really feel like that put a move on it. That's when we got the letter. We had to verify our identities, and now the tax returns are processing. And the next thing we're going to do is take those trusts paper. Oh yeah, we did get the green card back too. Because we sent in the 1522 process and got the green card back. And now we're gonna go to our county recorder's office on Monday to record the trust and then get back to studying and going from there. So I just want to thank you all for allowing me to speak, and thank you. I love you all so much. Oh my gosh, I love you guys. I love this group. I'm so excited.
Your voice has me popping the champagne open today. Can you please give your family a big hug for me? That makes me so happy. You have no idea.
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. I am so happy.
9 hours. That was nothing but the spirit. I had no intention of doing that for 9 hours, okay? And for those of you that haven't heard the call yet, 4 hours in, we read through the ESs and the Vs, and we talked about how important the green cards are. Sister, thank you for sharing that testimony.
Thank you. I love you guys, and I yield.
Wow.
All right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Powerful.
James, go for it.
All right, CJR Living Trust. Let's pull you up here. You're ready to go. Just unmute your mic. CJR Living Trust. Just click the.
Hello, can y'all hear me?
We got you.
Peace and love to everybody, and power to the Recoupers group. My name is Christopher Jamal Rossa. I've been incarcerated for 20 years after being wrongly convicted and framed for a crime I didn't commit, but I've never let my physical condition control my spiritual mission. In the midst of adversity, I established my private trust, set up my ministry, and committed myself to growth, purpose, and leadership. My motto is I always say to myself that built from the ashes, rising with a purpose. I believe we are more than just survivors, but we're a kingdom of builders and leaders and recoupers of what was lost. I walk with faith, strategy, and consistency, and knowing that my purpose is greater than my pain. So, to all the brothers and sisters in this group, no matter who you are, your voice, your value, and your vision still matters. A wise man once told me that there is no better than adversity, and that every defeat and every heartbreak, every loss contains its own seed, its own lesson on how to improve our performance than the next time. So I'm honored to be here, to uplift, to learn, to lead, um, and let's just continue to build together, regroup what's rightfully ours, and walk boldly in our call on our lives. Thank you.
Hallelujah. I tip my hat to you, sir. Hands over heart. Much respect.
Thank you.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. What a testimony. Thank you so much. I love no better than adversity. It's so true, right? It's going to make us stronger and more powerful. All right, so up next, looks like I've got some Grandma Millie. Whoop. So excited to hear from you, Grandma Millie.
Hi, Grand Rising, everybody. I'm so glad that everybody's here on the Recoupers. We've had 161 participants. That's amazing. I just wanted to share some of the experiences that I had last week. If you've been on Recoupers Live, I had sent in forms, but I hadn't seen any result yet. But I knew when I started this process that something was going to work. I never lost faith in the fact that what I'm doing, there's nothing wrong with what I'm doing. It's not illegal what I'm doing. I'm trying to remain in a conscious contact with Source to help me get through these times where it feels like I'm at the bottom of the hill instead of the top. Usually that's just what I refer to as a poor me syndrome. And I lose sight of what I need to be grateful for. And sometimes that's a little thing like those green cards that come back. That's a huge success because the campus that you sent your information to got it. And so we should expect to see results from that. Operating the private is a different set of rules for the IRS that they are supposed to follow. Love letters, I had to learn how to read between the lines, and Kim Marie has taught us how to do that. She's been there's hardly words to wrap or to speak around what Kim Marie has done for this community. She's been consistent in proof of concept. And I didn't really, I understand what proof of concept means. But at the same time, it was difficult for me not to share information. And the whole point of proof of concept is that we don't go out and start sharing things that we haven't seen results from, because you might be harming somebody in the process. And that's not what we're here for. I don't want to harm anyone in the process. And so we've had some great successes in the testing for proof of concept where we've seen consistent results, same dollar amounts within a matter of days on your transcript, just because of the discovery of the 1099A and how this scoops up those credits. I went from seeing absolutely nothing on my transcript to seeing just about everything on my transcript that I've done. And I can't even begin to tell you what that feels like. Excuse me, when you see that. It's hard to wrap your head around that many credits and what it really means. And for me, what it means is that firstly, I have to take care of myself. That Kim Marie stressed that from the gate. you have to gift yourself. But now we know that we should include a 1099-A, and those and you submit it through Iris, and it's accepted or rejected within minutes, and then within days these things start showing up on your transcripts. So a huge amount of gratitude for that. It's also allowed me to now really be of service to people in the Grandma Millie tent, to get them jump started with some credits so that, sorry, stop barking. Stop barking, please. Anyway, stop barking, please. Oh my goodness. Anyway, the ability to go in and have people join alive and walk them through a spreadsheet that they can turn around and then share with others, is the whole point of this thing, is that we can get everyone financially secure, and then turn around and help humanity. For me, it's helping others that brings me the most joy. Am I joyful to see those credits? Heck yeah. But again, I experience more joy by giving rather than taking. And so it means that I get to do things for my community now. I can help my family, and I can help the people that live in their communities. The list goes on and on and on, what I'll be able to help people with. And it's not about ego. It's about being of service. That, in my opinion, that's what God wants from us, to be of service. It's not a me movement in the end. It's a help, receipts movement in the end. And I'm just grateful to be here. I'm flabbergasted at everything that's happened in the last week. And that's all because of great minds coming together and working together like we did last night. And throwing some ideas out there and testing them out, and then being able to bring it to everyone else. Freaking amazing. Thank you, Kim Marie, all the admins. Jeremy is where I started back in April of last year. Scratching my head going, oh my God, this sounds so amazing. And then being able to glean some of the great files and whatnot that are right there for the taking in RECOUPERS, to get started. I wish everybody a blessed day and a grateful journey in this movement. Thank you very much for letting me share that, and I yield.
Wow, Grandma Millie, you're such a sweetheart. I so appreciate your leadership and all that you do for the community as well. And yeah, you guys in 369 are just rocking it. Woo! It's amazing. Thank you so much for that. All right, next
Speak
up we have
again.
next up
I'm
we
sorry. I just want to say real quick to Grandma Millie, oh my gosh, that is so awesome, because I've always had it within me to help people and be of service to people. And this information, yes, I miss saying that, but this is like what is going to really help everybody that we know. I'm just so excited to say that, because Grandma Millie put those words. That's what I meant to say as well. And also she has on there, just do it. This lady that's no longer present in this transformation, she transitioned over, but she told me that some years ago, just do it. Because she was like, what is it that you're trying to do? I was like, I don't know, I just like to help people. And she was just like, just do it. And that's what she said the message was from God to me. So I was like, I love that. Thank you again. I'm sorry.
No, you're awesome. Love it. All right. Next up we have Clean Hands, the available Clean Hands. Clean Hands. Just want to unmute yourself there.
Clean Hands, just click on the microphone to unmute yourself, and you'll be able to speak.
All right. Well, it looks like Clean Hands will have to circle back. I saw Dyson. And then we saw Camry. Anybody want to raise their hand and share a gratitude? Oh, we have Melody. You're up, Melody.
Okay. Did I do that correctly and unmuted
You
myself?
did. We can hear you.
Yay. I just want to express how grateful I am to be here. For I'm just really excited now that I'm on the call. Um, for a lot of years, I've always done my own taxes. Ever since high school, started working, I always did my own taxes up till about, I don't know, 5 years or so ago, and things just got really challenging because I was a caregiver for my father-in-law and looking after my mom's things from a distance. She lives in Hawaii and I'm in Idaho. So anyway, I kind of let that go to a CPA. And so I've kind of been out of the loop of all of that, you know. And then this all started happening through Sonia. Sonia's my niece. So I'm really proud to hear her speaking this morning. And so that just started turning things around. And as I listened to that 9-hour call, that really started getting the juices flowing. The just remembering how the process I would go through, like you normally would go through, because you're just trying to follow instructions. But with her insight and with what everyone's doing together right now, you can see so much more as you're reading. And so I'm super excited about this. I just a few minutes ago got my second green card for my ES&Bs. I haven't actually filed my 1040 yet. And as I was going through those papers, because I've got, accounts and things I have to take into consideration, I decided to kind of take the bull by the horn and I got all my papers back. And I'm sitting down and just doing it. So I've had to get my mind back into the whole process, but with new eyes, is just even more exciting. And so I'm getting those prepared, and I want to be sure that I get that off before my 1040s by the 15th. And I am just in such gratitude for having this venue, for being for God presenting it to me, to all of us. Because when I say me, I think we all look at this and go, wow, this opportunity got put in front of me. And I have a choice to do something or not. It really boils down to that choice. And I'm doing it just like all of you. And I thank you all for being here and loving each other so much to share so that we can all lift everybody up and we can all stand on our own. I think we've all come here because we've all been through some sort of trial, trauma, whatever, difficulty in life because of the way things have been. And it has now with this just blossomed into a lotus flower. Now the very thing that has feared us all these years is now the most beautiful thing. And now we're all stepping into our power. And I'm so grateful for you, Kimmery. And I don't know the names of everybody. I know there's a Dr. Heather and James, I guess, and everybody here that have done this so that we can, take our steps. And one of the things I remember Kim Marie saying in another call is, it really is up to us. It's us and our blue pen. And I think the discussion was on getting a citation or a ticket, and that message was huge for me. It told me how empowered I am with my blue pen, and it kicked away a lot of fear. So now I'm just ready to lay it out for myself, to step into my power and authority with my magic pen. And yeah, that's my gratitude. Thank you, everybody. I'm excited to see where this is all going to go. Like I said, I got my 2 cards, and yeah, I could go on and on, but I think I'll stop there. I'm sure there's plenty other people who are grateful and want to express that as well.
Please give yourself a big hug for all of us. Please, 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 please.
Thank you, Kim Marie.
I'm telling you, to hear that you've overcome like that. And if you could do it, we can do it. If Grandma Millie can do it and Grandpa Billy can do it, we can freaking do this, okay?
Yes.
Give yourself a hug.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. There's just, in a situation like this, there's just not the words
I know.
to say it right.
That's why we're planning the reunion, okay? Because we need to get together, and there will be very little to say. It will be a giant hug fest, I promise.
It's all, at this point, it's all feeling, and I'm hoping that everybody gets what I am feeling right now. And Kim Marie, you, with the gratefulness I feel right now, because I think it's even more than words, it's what we're all going to feel for each other and what we all are feeling for each other. I am in Idaho, and I'm new to this. I've been just kind of following along with Sonia, but I'm diving in now. And I didn't see a tent for Idaho. So I'll do everything I can to help. So if there needs to be a tent in Idaho, then just show me what I need to do.
Incredible. Awesome. Incredible. I have family in Idaho. I lost my mom the week of the Jitsi call, you guys. I know a lot of you didn't know what I was dealing with that week, but I lost my stepdad. And then, of course, my mom went to be with him when she found out that he had passed. And they were my biggest cheerleaders, you guys. And I had just done 9 hours of a Jitsi call with everybody, people I'd never met in my life that were willing to listen to my story and my testimony, and it just went on for 9 hours. And I just had no idea that while my parents were getting their angel wings, they've been planning this reunion for all of us, you guys. Okay. And I think all of your relatives are so grateful every day that we've actually found each other. Okay. So yes. We get to honor that. We get to honor that down here, and we get to create a gathering. And in that gathering, all will be welcome. Okay. So my mom has been kicking my sides like riding a wild horse ever since that Jitsi call. And she can see it all from where she's at now. She can see all of these humanitarians coming forward to assist and help. And once you get it, you gotta give it. That's just our nature. We're just absolutely loving human beings, you guys. We want to give away the good news. Well, what's the news? Well, the kingdom is at hand, where everybody gets to reunite and gather back together and drink together and have food together. And you know what? I'll give you a little tip, because we're working on the reunion, just so you guys know. Check it out, okay? So Grandma Millie, in order to come to the reunion, okay, you have to bring a ticket to enter, okay? And what's that ticket going to be? Any evidence, any little charge, any little bill, any little a judgment or warrant or summons or any kind of a bill from the IRS that says you owe anything, any charge on paper, you guys, you have to bring that, okay? Because it's evidence of a debt, right? And we're going to accept that as your ticket to ride the roller coaster that is going to be the reunion of Recoupers, okay? And so we're going to start with everybody entering in, and you're going to give us your little debt, and we're going to turn around and we're going to gift you 10 times the amount on that little piece of debt as a gift and as a grant. You guys, it's going to get the party started. And I have a feeling this particular manifest that we're creating is probably never going to have an end date. It's going to be like a revolving door of everybody, like Grandma Millie wants to come in, right? Here's my electricity bill. Boom, here's 10 times the amount back, right? It's the B. It's plan B, you guys. We never knew it was plan B, okay? Plan A has failed. We're on to plan B. Everybody get behind the B's and the living trust and the non-decedent and get the messages, get the notices, because a gentlewoman or a gentleman gives notice. We just simply want to give notice to the Secretary of State and the Attorney General, whose job it is to protect the trade and business and all the different communications going to and fro and back and forth between sovereigns, right? And we just got to give notice that we're about the business of the Father, which is the business of the family, right?
Yes.
Hallelujah.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much for bringing that out of me today, Melody. Appreciate having you here. Thank you, Sonia, for having such an awesome aunt. And listen, I am open to opening up an Idaho tent. I think there's a whole bunch of badasses in Idaho, okay? And I'd like them to have a tent to gather in.
Okay, well, I'm going to reach out to Sonia and we get it figured out. I'm ready.
And since we have this being recorded, I want to say for the record, y'all, because I've studied all the different state constitutions, okay? And because I had the privilege and honor of working with a few Vietnam Navy engineers, okay, who served in Vietnam, down in the hull of the ship where all the electronic components operate, okay? He born and raised in Idaho, Honorable Glenn Grubb, the Honorable Glenn Grubb. I salute you. And I know he can see everything we're doing. Well, when we were studying the Idaho Constitution, Melody, okay, what we learned is out of all the states, you guys, out of all the states with their constitution, the only state that outlawed the selling of the constituents and the people and the public's debt to foreign parties, okay, foreign parties. It was outlawed in their constitution, you guys. Okay? What that meant was if there came a natural disaster, let's say in Idaho, in order to rebuild or restore or repair the damaged areas in Idaho, they never left the common law and the common let me see what the word is. Just one second. Tenants in common, co-tenants in common, which is the family members of the tenants, okay? Lieutenants, if you will, okay? That what would happen is automatically the whole county or territory that was injured or compromised or destroyed or had a natural disaster, everybody agrees as a citizen, as a constituent, as a resident in their local area in Idaho, that everybody agreed that your taxes would go up for a little time into what's called an investment pool. We would all put in an extra $3 into the kitty, right? And that would be the community coming forward to help restore that area from any kind of a disaster. They never went outside and sold their debt. The whole state of Idaho is actually what we would call a credit Union of Investors. Isn't that beautiful? Is that amazing? And what a miracle that you just found that out.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah. So much more for us to learn and remember, but thank you for pulling that out of me today. I appreciate you, and let's get an Idaho tent popped up. I'm telling you right now, they're going to love this idea of recouping, okay?
All right, wonderful. Thank you, Kimmery. Love to you all.
I know we're a little over an hour. Do we need to wrap it up, or can we pull a few more in?
No, we usually go for a couple hours, so
All right, let's
we're all good. We got plenty of
let's
time.
pull Janice up to the mic here. Janice, just unmute yourself and you can give us your gratitude.
Well, 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 how lovely it is to be here again after missing last Saturday. Hello to everyone. Um, I just want to first of all give gratitude to the God that created me, Jehovah Jireh, for his mercy, his graciousness, his patience, and his unconditional love. He is the reason why I can be here this morning, along with all of you, my brothers and sisters. I'm grateful for Recoupers, for all the recordings, including the lives, which I missed last week. But I listened to the recording and heard my name mentioned twice, which told me that my question helped someone, and that was wonderful. It wasn't my intention, but I'm glad it happened. Um, and based on last Saturday's live, I decided to complete and file my W 2 taxes, which I had not done for years. Now, I do expect some hiccups, maybe some blowback, um, but I also anticipate recouping whatever penalties that might be levied against my blue card person. It's a win-win no matter what. I now know this. So I did that without fear. Um, and I'm grateful for being able to balance the books finally, because at the end of the day, those guys need us to do that. And I am well aware of that and I understand that. It's about balancing the books. Um, Finally, I'm grateful for this platform. This platform allows us to study and share and show our progress, to ask questions within the many tents that relate to our own questions. This group is phenomenal. It's one of a kind. I think I've said this before. I've been at this for quite some time, and I have never, ever come across a group of such loving, such committed, selfless people. You're people, not persons. I know that too. In my entire journey, and this journey it's been a bit of a walk. It's been up and down. It's been down so many rabbit holes I can't even count anymore, that led to dead ends. It's been people who claim they have studied and learned and done some things, never showing receipts, but always asking for several hundred to several thousands of dollars to learn what they did. Um, Automatically up front, and I've always said this: if you know it, if you can prove it, why do you need my FRNs? You shouldn't need my FRNs anymore. So, first red flag. And just really, really grateful that some things that I thought had happened to me last week actually didn't, by the grace of God. Not related to this, but it would have been pretty devastating. So I'm grateful for that. And just really, I'm so excited to be here. And I was really mad at myself for dealing with that issue I just spoke about, is what took me away from last Saturday's live, but I heard it anyway. um and I was just moved. Kim Marie, my God, you had me in tears. You were so powerful and passionate, as you always are, but I think last week was a little bit more special. um, you spoke about things, and in the way that you spoke about, and you always do, but there was just such conviction in your voice last week, and it was more powerful than any other time that I've heard you speak. And I just really, really love you, and I love your spirit. and your selflessness and your heart. It's you're one of a kind. All of you are one of a kind. And so I'm grateful for the people that created and continue to develop this group, all the administrators, everyone who joins every Saturday and offers their gratitude. I'm just really so ever thankful for each and every one of you and the God that I love and serve, and I yield.
Thank you so much for sharing that. That's super encouraging. Let's call Echo Lizzie.
Can Hi. Okay. I was speaking last week and you guys like kind of validated the action the or for $15,000. Like it's well, I'm
Echo, let's
into
start with gratitude. We want to hear what you're grateful for first. Okay. Love it. All right. Looks like we lost Echo. Let's see. What other hands can I see?
Can you hear me?
We can hear you, clean hands.
Okay, thank you. Well, I'm going to start by saying greetings. And this is the first live call that I've been successful. As you can see, I learned how to unmute my mic. Anyway, I stumbled across the 9-hour video, and that's how I heard Kim Marie for the first time. And I'm grateful for that. I've listened to the Heart Boat videos. I've been in a couple of the live chats, but unfortunately, I'm new to all of this, the Telegram, the TikTok. So I'm still learning quite a bit. I'm trying to join Grandma Millie's tent. She has sent me links twice, but it keeps telling me invalid. And there's not a tent for Iowa. So I'm grateful I got to talk. Maybe I can hook up on one of these tents and learn some more things. And that's kind of what I was wanting to say.
Awesome. Glad you're getting some winks there.
Hey,
Thank you for sharing.
oh, thank
Clean
you, thank
hands,
you.
I'll
Also,
I created these and DM. Thank
I
you.
figured out
Thank you.
that you can use the
Pardon?
e-phone mechanism,
Hold on, Decent. Hold on one second. Hold on one second.
the 1099 online. But also,
Decent,
I
can you
figured
hear
out
us?
that you can use.
Grandma Millie, can you go ahead and say what you just said real quick?
I was just letting Clean Hands know that I did send her a link this morning, and if that one didn't work, I'll create a new link and get that sent over to you. Okay?
Yes, please.
We'll
I would be
make it again.
thankful for that.
You're welcome.
Yes, I tried that one that you sent this morning, and for some reason it's not working. I'm sure some of my other issues have been because of me not knowing things, but yeah, I clicked
That's
on the
okay.
link and it said it had expired.
We'll get it figured out.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Grandma Millie. All right, Decent, let's try that again. If you can hear us, go ahead and
Oh,
unmute
you can
your
hear me
mic.
now?
Yeah, let's hear
Yeah,
your
you can hear
gratitude,
me?
buddy. Yes.
Oh, okay, okay. Shoot, I'm thankful. I found out the quickest way with well, first I'm gonna get it out the way. With the Irish, you have to wait 30 days. There's no way around it.
Hey, Decent,
But
Decent,
mhm.
Decent. Let's hear what you're grateful for, buddy.
All right, put together. Okay. I'm grateful for the fact that I get this confirmation. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just a confirmation bias that on how this all works, and not only on how this all works and the importance of community. Because the thing we fail to realize is that um we think we could okay, or even I'll go as far as even if you got the people that and they're on your side. No, you got to build that community. You got to be on yourself, like. And this is what I get from here. This is to my understanding and to my knowledge, and I'll let my plane from there.
All right. Well, thanks for sharing that this morning. Echo Lindsay, let's pull you up and hear your gratitude, and you're on the mic.
Okay, hi. I am very grateful for our community. Like I was like out there, by myself and everybody was like, you're crazy. And I was like searching for like-minded people and I found you guys and it's like been the biggest blessing because now I feel like I can grow instead of being like shunned. You know what I mean? Like I can grow in the things that were.
Well, it looks like we lost some audio from Echo there. Let's see if we can get her to come back in. Echo, if here in a few seconds, we're gonna have to move on to the next speaker. All right, Emmy Thompson, come on up to the mic.
Hey, everybody. How are you today? Can you hear me okay?
Loud and clear. Loud and clear.
Okay. Well, my gratitude has been for this entire week. God has really showed up, and all the hard work that has been done has paid off. And I am so, so grateful. He's exceeded my expectations, but I do know, and I've always known that with the hard work, it always pays off. It really, truly does. And if you're teachable, then the blessings are coming. So that's what I have to say today. Is I'm just so in amazement of the blessings that have been pouring out and very humbled.
Thanks for sharing that, Emmy. We're super grateful for you.
And I yield. I'll make it easy.
All right, Nils Rune, why don't you come on up to the mic? Let's hear your gratitude.
Hello. Hear me good? I'm in the second live call. What I'm grateful for is been a long journey, a couple of years, testing and failing, and took me 1 year to just get a ITIN. So I'm filing 1099s like crazy the last weeks. The first 1099 gets accepted after a couple of days. So I look at on the debt collector company because they file a lawsuit against me. I mean, like I am not in freaking even because in 5 years ago I was freaking out on these things. Now I didn't freak out, nothing. Like okay, let's see, and I study how they build up their own registration system. So they do exactly what we're doing. So they have file UCC 10.1 and UCC 3. So I call the trustee company in America and says in your stock market agreement that I can file claim against you and you can pay my debt. Yeah, sure, just send us a bill. Okay, that's this. So on the Security Exchange Commission, I read and I call them, and then I get a phone number to the boss of the case, and yeah, I mean, just it's like really, yeah, I don't know, just amazing, just amazing. So I can put them send them a bill, and here's to pay my debt. So it's just doing that for a couple of days now. So yeah, I don't know. It's so funny how the world actually works. It's upside down. It's super interesting. Yes. Yeah. Thank you so much for everybody.
Nils, thanks for sharing that, man. And I just
I'm from Norway, by the way, so I'm not outside the USA, and it's according to IRS is like a heaven. According to local authority, it's like a waiting hour for 1 hour. So it's so nice people in IRS. Every time I'm calling, I'm saying thank you every time, and they thank you, thank you back. So yeah, so it's funny, really super funny. Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, it's always nice when when you're calling the IRS. This 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 movement, this truth that we're learning is spreading across the world, guys. It's amazing to see what's happening and the movement that we're seeing, and so many people are being set free. Um, let's try to let's see here. Looking for some hands. Hands. Echo, you want to try again?
Brenda Joyce is available, and then Cursor and Starcy Proms just come up. So
Cool.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay, awesome. All right, so I'm just really grateful for a like-minded community, because, in the beginning of my journey, everybody said I was crazy, this, that, and other. So I had to seek you guys out and find you guys, but, I'm so grateful, for this community.
oh, we're grateful for you too. Thanks for sharing. Is there anything else you wanted to share, or you yield?
Well, looks like she's having some technical difficulties over on her side. Johanna, who should we pick next?
I think Brenda Joyce was up next in the line.
All right, Brenda, come on up to the mic. We'd love to hear your gratitude. Brenda, just click on the mic and you'll be able to unmute yourself.
Okay, so I'm live. I'm being heard now.
Yes,
Yeah.
you certainly are.
Wow. Thank you. This is my first time. I've listened to and I've been following the group for some time now, and this is my first time. Ooh, I don't really know what to say, but I'm thankful to be here. And is this just for um giving thanks? Is that all this is for right now?
Yes. The Q&A happens in the RECOUPERS group in the topic rooms, but this is just for us to get to know you and also to create community. So it's just you can share your gratitude and perhaps even a story of how you got here and why you keep coming back. Be great.
Well, I'm here because I'm learning so much, and I've been doing these in this way, awakened for some time now. And a lot of these processes that I have been trying, they're not really new. It's just maybe added some things to it. But I'm thankful because I did get my CAF number, and I got the document back with the stamp on it said received. And now I just need to learn many ways on how to use it. But it's so amazing at the things that I have learned, how we have been so used or so capitalized on, not even realizing what these powers that to be have done, and how we've been held back with knowledge and different things, health benefits and things like that. And so I'm thankful to know that so many people are awakening and sharing their experiences, what they're going through and what they have been through. I'm just thankful to be able to even say something today on the group. I'm here in the States, in Tennessee.
Well, lovely to have you and sharing.
Yeah, I want to mention something. Thanks for sharing that with us. I can't see who that was. Was that Brenda Joyce? Was that you speaking?
Yes.
Something just popped in, and I wanted to just share it because something that you just said, drew it out of me. So, and it's an interesting for us to visualize it together here for a second. You said something about how we've been capitalized on for so long, and they never, they never said anything. We never got the memo. And it just occurred to me for a second, the other side of that equation now. Now that we are getting the memo, tell me if you're also noticing this. Those that were silent before, there's no one telling us, no, we can't go forward now. So we're kind of left with all the power in our hands, and there's no one telling us, no, you can't have the memo because we already got the memo, right, Brenda?
Right.
So it just occurred to me that the gates are open and we're getting the memo and we're getting the knowledge and we're all getting to self-realize and self-govern and self-navigate and gather together with study buddies and find our way together. And who knew we were going to actually find our way back together? I don't know that I didn't know it was going to look like this. Did you, Brenda?
I didn't. I had no idea. And one thing that kept me going was the fact that the door is opening and what we're doing, what I would tell, I have a little small group, a conference call myself, and nobody's going to jail. I mean, you're not going to jail. You can't go to jail for doing this. And then you just get paper back saying, like from the IRS, we changed your paper. We did this. We changed your filings. But you just keep on doing it. You just keep trying this. If that didn't work, we try something else.
So beautiful. That's the mic drop right there. And yeah, and stay tuned, y'all, because the last 10 minutes of this call, I'm going to drop some other dots that we're going to connect for each other, and everybody's going to hear it together at the same time. And it came in from Spirit last night, from just having we were just having a catch-up call, briefing one of the admins in our group that's working on our reunion planning party. And it just, while we were just having update conversation, it just popped in. I mean, Spirit is always looking to bestow a revelation or two on us. Maybe not more than we can handle, but maybe one or two a day is quite a lot. So it's on my heart to share it today, and we will all hear it, and it will be for the record today. So thank you, Brenda, for bringing that forward today. Really appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys. I really do. And I'm so thankful that I had the mic open up to me today.
Thanks for sharing, Brenda. Yeah, it's full speed ahead, guys. It's all the stops are pulled out. It's time to move. It is time to go. Johanna, we are hearing some great stuff this morning. Who do you think we should pull on next? Let's see here. Let's see, Jovan. Jovan, why don't you come on up here? We got your mic unmuted. Love to hear some gratitude.
All right, gratitude to first of all, to all of you. That's number one. I have so much gratitude for all of you, and just gratitude for just everything. I was on that 9-hour Jitsi call, and I remember um, what um, what Kim Marie experienced during that time. It was the first time I had ever heard of Kim Marie, and I knew it wasn't going to be the last. So I was instantly hooked. So one of the things that I can say that I am grateful for in my journey and listening to um, to the calls and being on them is I listen to the fact that you all that have moved and been moving in this journey as well is the progress, and that you've all given me a lot of hope. um, I spoke with her about a specific situation with me being disabled, and she told me to pray about it. And that was best advice she gave me, because I looked around and I was like, I had my answer instantly, right? So I went ahead and I did the ESNV process, and I did that in confidence. Sent it, and I've not received a green card yet. But then I also understand that there's more to it. Okay, that might get them pushed along, and put some fire under their little behinds. So I've been just kind of doing the work, because I've taken a sit down for a while, because I was had some health issues, and then just kind of come back in and trying to basically get back on track and play catch up. But what I wanted to say was I'm grateful for her giving me the push, um, and the confidence. And she was very wise in what she told me. Um, to make sure, she said, just make sure this is the right thing for you. And if you move forward, make sure you move forward in the right direction and then the right path. And you know, which is always something that I want to do. I want to make sure that I do everything in honor. But I learned, about the love letters and things like that. So I make sure that I send something every time I send something out to anyone. I also send a love letter to them as well. But I just wanted to say thank you for helping me to build my confidence in this. And even though I didn't get an answer back yet, and I'm saying yet because I know it's coming. Um, and I know that, like I said, I think I've done some things to kind of trigger the response that I'm looking for. Uh, had to take different approaches, but I'm learning. I'm learning. And so thank you for the confidence for me to go ahead and move forward and not be afraid of having more than what I currently have. And I don't say that as in a way of greed. I say that is in a way of knowing what I deserve. Um, and I am extremely grateful. I'm extremely grateful. And I couldn't thank, the lot of you that have put, you know, um, the things that you all have learned to help, and that helped you all, and y'all have shared and been so gracious to do so. There's not one person that I haven't uh, listened to or asked for anything to assist me in my moving forward, that has not been shared and gifted to me. So even um, if I didn't get anything else in this world, I can honestly say you guys have given me such gifts by the knowledge that you've imparted into me, as I've been listening on these calls. So I'm grateful to you all, Kim Marie. I'm thankful for you and your ministry with us. Um, and I was going to tell you, I'm in the Texas tent. That's where I was born, but I live in Connecticut. We need some help up here. I don't think there's very many people up here moving in the Connecticut tent. I know there was one set up. But I think we need some help over there. I haven't been able to get into that one either. I think the link needs to be um either reissued or something like that. But I'd like to help as much as possible. And what I do know and what I'm learning and be able to be of assistance up here as well to to those here in this little state because they definitely need it. I was telling somebody the other day I DoorDash um because I refuse to be on somebody else's clock. I'm on my own time. I do things on my own by my own time. So what I am doing when I'm out there, I am seeing the things and the people that need the help. You know, I'm seeing the brokenness in people, but I'm also seeing hope in those people as well. And so I want to be able to be of assistance to anyone that I can. Um, Even though I have not gotten, like I said, anything foolproof back yet. I've done the paperwork and stuff to get myself started. I've gotten pretty far in that. Um, just now sending a lot of things off because, like I said, I got set back a little bit. But you know what? You fall off the horse, you get right back on, right? So that's what I've done, and uh, and like I say, anywhere that I can be utilized, because I'm a vessel, and anywhere that I can be utilized as well, please let me know. I'm there. But once again, that's where my gratitude lies is with being grateful that the good Lord, the Most High can put me in the pathway of people like you all that are sharing and that are supportive and that love. Um, I don't have much of a family anymore because, like someone said earlier, "Oh, you're crazy. You don't. This is weird. This is." But I know that I've been cut from a different cloth, and I've been picked. So because of the fact that I've been picked, that means I'm chosen, and the chosen can only kind of be with the chosen. You know what I'm saying? So my tribe are you all. I don't know anything else anymore other than my children and my tribe. That's it. And this is where I find, you know, a lot of support, love, knowledge, it encouragement. And you can't ask for anything more when you have that. That's a lot of wealth right there in and of itself. So I really appreciate you all. And Kim Marie, thank you for being you. I really appreciate it.
Bless you,
Joelle.
sister. And your memo came through loud and clear. We will definitely work on the Connecticut tent and the Chicago, Illinois, or somewhere in Illinois tent. We're going to pop up 2 new tents this week. Thank you for mentioning that to us. We are definitely here to help, and we will find you. Thank you so much, sister. Bless you.
Thank you both. Thank you. I appreciate you both.
I especially love that part about we now are sending love letters to the IRS. I love that. Unli, let's call you up to the mic, Un.
Hello, Connecticutter. Jovan, I didn't know you are Connecticutter.
I am. Hi, Uni. How are
So
you?
I think you and I gonna be Connecticut tent.
Oh my goodness. So amazing. Look, I found family, y'all. I didn't know that. Wow. Okay.
Where? Where
Goodness.
in Connecticut?
I'm in Farmington.
Farmington. Okay, I'm in the southern near Bridgeport side Trumbull. So
Okay, I know where you are. Okay.
uh-huh.
Well, then we have part of our tent here, Kim Marie.
Okay, then we open up. I was thinking about New England tent
Yeah.
because is it okay? New England tent, Kimari?
Yes, if you two are willing to be admins and help us guardian over those tents and help people, yes, let's do it, Unli.
Yes, because not many people in New England, so I thought that just a New England tent. So
Good thing. Yes,
yes,
good
yeah,
thing. Oh my gosh, this is so divine. Oh my
yeah,
goodness. Okay. Yeah, I got you. I got you. I'm gonna let you speak. I'm sorry. I'm so excited.
yeah. Gratitude to meet the people nearby, and not many people in Connecticut. They're all heavily Democrat. Tough to see who
Yep.
is a Republican. And
Yep.
welcome to the land of misfits. But we are be normal in this land, in Recoupers land. Are we,
There you
Kimmery?
go.
Gratitude to be a land of misfits, but we are the normal in Recoupers. And thanks to allow us to be here and share your love and support and prosperity. And we can share that in all around um, America, but also we can spread our love and prosperity to the internationally, and we have a lot of opportunity that you guys give it to us, and gratitude to all of you who participated in, and thank you so much for your generosity. And I cannot, it's a speechless for the thank you. Okay, Kimari, and I know a lot of people who don't speak up, but I'm speak for them who cannot speak. Because of they are Chinese or whatever. But even though I have an accent, I want to speak up. Okay, so thank you all who
You better.
participating.
We love your accent. Don't you ever stop speaking, you sister of mine.
Yeah, thank you, Kimari, and all of you who helping me out through the many things, and I'm just speechless for your gratitude. Okay, and I'll be there whenever you need me to help you out, whatever my talent, and pop up. And hey, Patrick said you gotta know your ABC. So your remedy is a ABC OID. So thank you. That's I want to speak up today. Gratitude. We love you, whoever is here, and continue to be searching for your truth, and your truth set you free. So to be here, continue to do your own journey to find way to land of opportunity, and will bring all of us to take you to the promised land God provided to us. Amen. Alleluia.
Amen, Youngly. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. All right.
Johanna's back.
Yes, I am. I've been here. All right. So
I don't
one
see hands.
last one before we let Kimmery close us. Do we have a last one?
I don't see any hands, but I see someone I want to call up to the mic. So
Okay, perfect.
Taylor Lauren, don't be shy. I'm calling you up to the mic. She might not be in a place where she can speak.
Paging Lauren.
I see D Train. He can come up here real quick, and then we'll get to Lauren. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Oh,
hello. How's everybody doing? I'm gonna be real quick. Can y'all hear me?
We can. Hi, D Train.
How are you? I just wanted to come out and just express my gratitude because I'm so thankful for this group. I've spoken before when I first got in, maybe about 3 weeks ago, and I had the experience of being in the Texas group this week, and I'm just so thankful to have found this group, and I'm just so excited about our future. Can't wait for the family reunion, and I just wanted to just express my gratitude, my thanks for all of you guys. I'm just thankful that Abba has been just guiding us and showing us the way and bringing us together.
Thank you. So awesome to have our little Texas gatherings. We we amuse ourselves. Thank you, teacher. Do we have James? Would you find the Lauren? I don't see her. I saw her pop up real
Yeah,
quick, disappeared.
yeah, I did. I think I accidentally muted her. Whoops. Well,
Hopefully,
it's my first time
that's
co-hosting.
good.
So
You're amazing. Thank you so much.
I think we're hearing some good stuff today, though.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's so good to hear people's voices, and it's like crazy how amazing it's reached. Recoupers, when I joined, it was like 2,000 people. I can't believe we're reaching the 10,000 mark. Unbelievable.
And it's fast. It's happening
That's
so fast.
so fast. All
I
right.
wonder if we
Well,
should just give over to Kimmery then.
yeah. Actually, there's Carissa. I see Carissa. Just one more, and then we'll open it up for Kimmery. I know Carissa's got some good stuff.
Hi. No, I just wanted to, I'll be brief. I just want to give gratitude. I'm happy for everybody that's here and everybody's voices. And just want to say, like, I'm grateful that everybody comes on and shares. And it's great to hear new voices. And it's great to know that people are listening and they're having results and they're feeling empowered and they're feeling the spirituality of everything. And I feel blessed to be here and be a part of it. And I love all of you. And thank you for sharing your life with us and your stories and your hearts. And I yield.
Thanks, Carissa. We love having you in the group and super appreciate you. Let's see, Johanna, what do you think? Should we roll it over to
Yeah,
Kimmery right
Kimmery's
now?
here. Is Kimmery
Okay.
available?
Paging
Hey
Kimmery.
there. Hey, everybody. So who I'm looking for is the King. Is he in the house?
He
The
was.
King.
He
The
just shared.
King. Yeah.
Oh, he's in the Texas group if you need his info.
No, I wanted to know if he's in the group right
Yeah,
now.
I see him.
Okay. Can we open his mic up?
Yep, he's available. He just spoke. You're able to talk. He might have disappeared. Colin D.
Colin. Paging the King. The King
Oh,
in the house.
are you talking about Richard DeKing? Or
Yes. Yes.
oh, okay, King Richard.
King Richard. Yep.
You are okay. I just unmuted him.
Well, hello.
Hello there. Oh, Big Rick. You go by Big Rick in here. Okay, great. So, huge fist bump and a hug to you right now. I just want to let everybody know what a hero this gentleman has been, helping us in one of the biggest tents that we have right now, y'all. This reunion is being planned for Texas being the first location of an inaugural event. And between Johanna and Big Rick, I've been watching, and it has been honestly nothing short of a miracle watching what these two amazing human beings have done in that big tent, you guys. We have party planners and we have amazing coaches who are so talented in being able to take this information and this data and put it into a packageable form that people can go and quietly look through and begin to manage and navigate their ship with the Most High. The study buddy groups have been so supportive for us to gather the data. But ultimately, we have to guide our own ships, right? We have to navigate our own ships. And some people have skills and talent to package that information in such a way that it can be shared out with thousands of people. So what I want to thank you for, Big Rick, is your skills and your talents as a businessman that you've been for years. I've seen your credentials. I've watched you come forward in this tent, and I want to thank you personally. And Johanna,
Sure.
such a beautiful partnership you guys have together in Texas, and I can't thank you enough for what I'm seeing you both do. Rick, you got it?
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so now I'd like to just do an interplay really quick with you because you've been so helpful in helping to refine the claim your credits. Everybody on the call, everybody in Recoupers has seen claim your credits folder, okay, by now? Big Rick, I just want to help. I want you and I together to, in this moment, as we finish up here, to connect this dot that we just connected last night, okay?
Sure.
All right. Remember in the guidelines that we were given, Holly and Kia's instructions gave examples of all the different kind of accounts connected to our social. Can you, for the group, just name off a couple that are accounts connected to our social for everybody?
Well, credit cards, mortgages, driver's license.
Kind of big ones, right? Everybody? Kind of big ones. A couple others that I remembered seeing, I was a little surprised at, but I loved seeing. Food stamp cards are an account. Cash App accounts are an account. They actually have a routing and account number. IRS transcripts. Next time you go into your portal, everybody, have a look in there and you're going to find, like a treasure hunter that we are, you're going to find a tracking number at the top of that transcript. Have you seen that before, Big Rick?
There's a really, really long number.
Yep. It's called a tracking number, right?
Yep.
Okay. That tracking number connects to our account at our master file at the Treasury's accounting office. What are they tracking? They're tracking the accounting and the tallying of all of our wage and income, right? The withholding ES and B payments are showing up on those transcripts, right? Do you confer, Big Rick?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay, cool. So if that tracking number leads to an account, and everybody that has been following these guidelines has sent in their information, maybe it's their non-decedent letter, maybe it's just their ES and B. Did all of you, when you did that at the post office, Rick, did you receive a white receipt and a green card back?
Yes, I have them both.
Okay. Are you able to look at the white receipt and see that that particular account number is unique from the tracking number on the green card for us?
I see that they're both the same. They have the same tracking number. But let me see if there's any other secret.
See if you can find it. Yeah, see if you can see another number that distinguishes the white receipt. I know there's a timestamp on it.
Actually,
Think of it like a deposit slip, you guys, as he's about to share with you. Go ahead, Rick.
yes, I can see their receipt number on the very bottom.
Okay, very good. So you see a timestamp on it, right, Big Rick?
There is, yes.
Okay, and there's a date on it, right?
Date and time, yeah.
Okay, so think of that like a deposit slip for your mana, okay? Date and time.
All right.
Now, when you sent your package, special delivery, investment income, exempt, cookies for a future drawdown event, right? The green card, which only a couple years ago, y'all, they started giving the green cards their own unique tracking number, okay? So what do we have? We have a deposit slip account number, and then we have a claim ticket tracking number. Deposit and claim. Okay, everybody? So Rick, if you could just briefly tell people, what did you learn how to do with those accounts that we've learned about regarding an A, a B, and a B?
Well, I can send them in to claim them, or I can claim them.
Right. So on the A, what are you putting in the description? The account number.
Oh, okay. I would say
Right?
receipt, but no. Okay.
Yep, right. Your account number is in the description of your A, right?
Sure.
So do you see that the green has its own account number and the white one has its own account number?
That's correct. Yep.
And don't you know the value of what you put in that special delivery, right?
$1 billion. Oh no, wait.
All right. So most people that followed the Jitsi call put in an ES and a V, right?
Sure.
And we've even got a folder that shows green card celebration green card folder where everybody's been posting their green cards, right?
Yep.
Would you say that on those stamps, a confirmation, which is evidence of a contract with our back office of accounting teams, right? That those stamps have been coming in, majority have been coming in from a bank who's an agent for the Treasury?
I've seen those, yes.
Right. So isn't that evidence that they've received our special delivery, whether we see it on our transcripts or not, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. So what happens if you don't see your credits on your transcripts? We just told you that the tracking number on your transcripts is also an account number. So if your receipt, if your ES and B $250,000 special delivery is missing on your transcript, wouldn't it be safe to say that one could easily do an A and a B and a B and put your assessed value of what might be missing on the transcript? But
I like where this is going.
Yes, okay, might you be able to now claim back 10 times the amount of 250,000, Big Rick?
Yes, I like that.
Could you do the math for everybody here just really quick who's listening to give them a
10
nice
times-
big fat gift? Yeah.
Yes, 10 times 250 is 2.5 million.
Okay, but wait. What if you missed the V?
Well, that would be another 2.5 million.
So what you're saying is 250 plus 250 turns into what? 500,000
500.
proceeds and 500,000 cost basis. Are you with me so far?
I am.
So is it safe to say that most people in Recoupers have a white receipt and a green receipt more than they have a tax return in their hand?
Absolutely.
So could it be that maybe they're waiting for us to level up a little bit?
Oh, I hope so.
Okay, so can you be my partner in kind of sharing this information to let people make their own choice and decision about doing an A and a B and a B on their $250,000 credit?
Yes.
Deliver to the United States Treasury via the post office, right? For credit to who? Our blue card person, right?
Yep.
And now simply we're going to go and add an A and a B and a B to that amount, because nothing's ever lost when you have the knowledge that we all have, y'all. Because we have the record, we're the owner of the receipt, aren't we?
Indeed.
And we have a duty to make our blue card person whole, don't we?
We do.
Awesome. So thank you for being my partner with that and working that out with me so everybody could hear for themselves what just unfolded in the conversation. And now we all have free will and we have knowledge and we have dots connecting, or we need to gather more information, or you need to do like Janice and a few other people were saying. Listen, if you need to give it up to God and let God give you a confirmation, that's you. That's on you, right? We all get to do it. We all get to do it. If I get to do it, Big Rick gets to do it. And if Big Rick gets to do it, everybody in the Texas Tech gets to do it. I'm just saying. But until we actually have the knowledge and the distinction that the tracking number on the green receipt is an account number, the receipt, white receipt, has just been confirmed. There's a timestamp, there's a delivery date, and a timestamp of when we put our special delivery in with the Postmaster General, which happens to be the top banker in the land, by the way. So it's been confirmed that we get to add our ESs and our Vs and our V to go get that winning ticket cashed in, right? Claim it.
That sounds good.
Anybody? Yeah. Anybody have any questions? I want to just say I'm grateful for you, Rick, and I'm going to mute your mic. And Johanna, super excited about you guys. And listen, we are going to be hopping into the Recoupers tents. I'm going to back off on my live TikToks Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays for subscribers because I want to actually go meet up with my subscribers on TikTok in the local tents in the Recoupers, okay? So we're going to be hopping in and we're going to be sharing the good news. We're going to be putting this in packages for delivery to people so that all the admins and the leaders in the tents, we have something else we get to practice and test this week is do an A and a B and a B on our blue card, our green card receipt and our white card receipt. And remember our bank accounts if we'd like to, okay, everybody? So thank you for letting me share that beautiful news that we can use. And thanks for passing it on after you get that light bulb for yourself. It's just natural for us to share a new insight or a new revelation that we found that can help vessels in distress come out of Babylon. So thank you, everybody, for being here today.
Oh, thank you, Kimmery. Wow. That was awesome. Just blushing. Thank you for all the love. As always, we couldn't do it without your support. And you're a rock. And you're just like the Energized Bunny. I can't believe how much you're just keep going. So we just love you and appreciate you so much. All right. Well, we're coming to an end. And do we have anyone who wants to say a prayer, or Kimmery, you want to say last words, or Jeremy, you want to say anything before we go? Say goodbye till next week. And thank you, James, for co-hosting with me. Appreciate you. So I could go get some lunch.
Yeah, so happy to co-host with you.
Amazing.
Can everybody share this Recoupers recording out with everybody they know, please? That's my request before we end today. So much gold on this call. Can please everybody here make it a point to grab the link and share it with someone you love? Carissa, would you pray us out today?
Yeah, I can do that. Is there anything else that needs said?
No, go for it.
Lord, we thank you for allowing us to gather here in this space together today and be one with each other and feel the beautiful spirits of one another and the oneness that only you can create. We appreciate you bringing us together in this divine calling to unify the world and bring people back to the glory that you have bestowed on us. I pray that this week you continue to keep us strong and to protect us from any outside energies that may try to invade on us or to deter us or to put us into a spirit of laziness or procrastination. And I pray that you continue to bless each and every one who continues to seek information and join together in unity, and that everyone looks out for one another. Love thy brother and sister as yourself. And I pray all these things in your mighty holy name. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Jennifer. Really appreciate that. All right, everybody.
Have a blessed weekend, everyone.
We will